Question number 1. The concept of displacement current was introduced by A option Newton, B option Ampere, C option Maxwell, D option Fleming. The concept of displacement current was given by Maxwell. So in this question, C is the correct option. The concept of displacement current was introduced by Maxwell. Question number 2. To convert galvanometer into voltmeter, one should connect A option high resistance in series with galvanometer, B option low resistance in series with galvanometer, C option high resistance in parallel with galvanometer, D option low resistance in parallel with the galvanometer. We know that if we connect high resistance in series with the galvanometer, then the galvanometer converted into voltmeter. And to find the high resistance which is connected in series with the galvanometer is given by R is equal to V upon Ig minus capital G, where V is the voltage, Ig with the current flowing through the galvanometer, and G with the resistance of the galvanometer. A is the correct option. To convert galvanometer into voltmeter, one should connect high resistance in series with the galvanometer. Question number 3. The most suitable metal for making permanent magnet is A option iron, B option steel, C option copper, D option aluminium. We know that permanent magnet is made up of material which have high corrosivity, high retentivity and high permeability. Retentivity of steel is slightly smaller than soft iron, but corrosivity is much larger than soft iron, which overcome the retentivity effect. So steel has high corrosivity, so we can use steel for making permanent magnet. B is the correct option. The most stable metal for making permanent magnet is steel. Question number 4. Current flows through uniform square frames as shown in the figure, in which case is the magnetic field at the center of the frame not zero. So here in this problem, B is the correct option, where the magnetic field at the center of the frame is not a zero. Question number 5. Ampere's circular law is given by. The mathematical form of Ampere's circular law is line integral around a closed path V dot dl is equal to mu naught I. So in this question, B option is the correct option. Question number 6. Two identical current carrying coaxial loop carrying current I in opposite sense, a simple Ampere loop passes through both of them once, calling the loop as C. Then which statement is correct? Consider a simple Ampere loop passing once through both the identical current carrying coaxial loop. Then according to the Ampere circular law, the line integral around closed path C V dot dl is equal to mu naught I minus I is equal to 0, because the current flow through both the loop in opposite direction. Hence option A is wrong. Then as line integral around closed path C B dot dl is equal to 0, therefore line integral around closed path C V dot dl is independent of sense of C. Thus B option is correct option. There will be a point on the loop C lying at the axis of two loops A and B, where V and D are perpendicular to each other. Thus option C is correct. The value of V does not vanish on various points of C, so fourth option, D option is wrong. B and C are the correct option. Question number 7. The correct plot of the magnitude of magnetic field B versus distance R from the center of the wire is if the radius of the wire is R. So here B option is the correct option. From the center of the wire, the magnetic field goes on increasing up to surface, and when we move away from the surface of the wire, it goes on decreasing. Question number 8. The nature of parallel and anti-parallel current are: A option, parallel currents repels and anti-parallel current attract. B option, parallel current attract and anti-parallel current repel. C option, both current attract. D option, both current repel. In first case, you can see that the magnetic field cancel each other between the conductor while they add outside for two parallel conductors with current moving in the same direction. As a result, the conductors are attracted to one another. And in the next case, where the conductor have current flowing in opposite direction, the field lines add between them while they cancel outside. This result in a net repulsion between the two conductors. When the current flowing in the same direction, then there is a attraction, and when the current in opposite direction, then there is a repulsion. So B is the correct option. Parallel current attract and anti-parallel current repel. Question number 9. The magnetic moment of current I carrying circular coil of radius R and number of turns N varies as: A option 1 over R square, B option 1 over R, C option R, D option R square. In this question, D is the correct option. The magnetic moment of current I carrying circular coil of radius R and number of turns N varies as R square. Question number 10. A current carrying loop is placed in a uniform magnetic field. The torque acting on it does not depend upon: A option, area of loop, B option, value of current, C option, magnetic field, D option, none of these. We know that a current carrying loop, when it is placed in a uniform magnetic field, torque acting on it, and it is depend upon area of the loop, value of the current, magnetic field. So here in this question, D is the correct option, none of these.